Hi, my name is Rita from Venezuela and welcome to my Fusion Belly Dance choreography class. Good, so we are going to start with the choreo class. The music we are going to dance is Tisila from LJ. The first thing we're going to do is actually review the movements, the belly dance movements we are going to use. We're going to do this as clean and as slow as possible, and then we are going to add the isolations and the arms and all that to compose our choreography. So the first movement we are going to use is upper body undulations or body weight. We're going to start from our chest. You're going up, then back with your shoulder lifted, then release from the abdominals and release the lower back. I'm going to do this from this side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. It's important for you that do not punch your lower back because this is going to hurt a little bit. Also, if you want, you can add belly rolls to the body weight. Up to you. We're also going to use the reverse undulation. This is the one that is going from the bottom to the top. We're going to start the movement from our lower back. I like to point our glutes or our booty to like my back a little bit, not too much, not to look like a dog, but just a little bit. So it is going to be easier for you to move and to create the undulation from your lower back. You can also add belly rolls if you feel comfortable with, or do a little bit of abdominal muscles workout. I also like to add like a little bit of a lift movement when I'm doing this, just a little bit. We are not going to use our shoulder movements. If you want, you can breathe a little bit, like just really small movement, like reverse body weight and lift. Remember not to collapse and doing this, because here you're going to you're not going to show like the beauty of your body. You're going just to show like if you're a troll or something. So try not to collapse with your back. Here my back didn't move, and now we move. Okay? The other movement we're going to use in the choreography is the mayas, or the figure eights, vertical figure eights. So the maya is a movement that we are going to use where we are going to use our hips, and it is important that you don't lift your ankles. Just place your ankles there, your whole foot on the body, on the floor, and then change your weight to one side. Point your hip to one side and then change your weight. There's a lot of ways to explain this movement. I'm just going to show you the movement. We're not going to step on the explanation. But it is the same movement that you do in ATS or Fetch's belly dance style. What we're going to use with this figure eight, this figure is, imagine that you have like two little pencils here and you're going to draw a figure eight or an infinite figure from the top to the bottom. Okay? Use this. We can also travel with this movement. We can also do this. Of course, here you need to lift your foot, but we can travel and change our weight. I'm going to do this from the back. So we can travel to the right and change. We can travel to the left and change, or we can do both parts of the Maya in this part. We can do 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Right, left, left, right. Try not to move your upper body, like from your belly button to your shoulders, not to do this, just to maintain the isolation. We're going to also use the taksim, which is the same figure eight, but we are going to start the movement from the bottom. So we are going to change our level or our weight, and then we are going to place our hip to one side and change the weight again and place our hip up, like you're pulling again inside your body, like in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Again, there is a lot of ways to explain in this. We're not going to have like a really long explanation here, because it is the same movement we do in a test of fashions BellyDance style. Remember, your upper body needs to be lifted, and also avoid having your lower back pointing to the back. Imagine that your glutes are going to point the floor. Okay? Just for you to not be here, just here. And imagine that you have one wall here in front of you and another wall in the back. So you avoid doing this. Because you can do this, but this is a figure eight, an horizontal figure eight, which we're going to use also. Okay? But we're going to use horizontal figure eight from the back to the front. So let's see the horizontal figure eight. So in my horizontal figure eight, we're going to exaggerate this a little bit. We are going to bend one of our knees. In this case, we're going to bend the left knee. And then we are going to place our right side of the hip to my back diagonal. Let's put our arms here. I'm going to put the arms here. Or here, whatever you want. Okay, now we are going to create that figure eight, pulling my hip to the right from diagonal. So 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. You can continue the movement with both sides. What is going to happen here is that when you place your hip to the front diagonal, you are going to change your weight, bending your right knee and pulling your left hip to the back diagonal. I really like this movement because I think it creates like a really beautiful shape in the body. And I think it's really dramatic, especially if you add like a little drop with your knees, like if you're placing there. I really love this movement. Also, we're going to use the Omi. The Omi is a movement, it's a circle with our hips. It is the same as, maybe not the same, really close, really similar to the circle hip circle in ATS or fashion BellyDance style. What we are going to do here is that we are going to change our weight to the left side in this case, lifting our right side of the hip, sorry. We are going to contract our lower belly or pelvis, doing this, just a little bit, and 2. Then with our belly contract, we are going to change the weight lift the left side of my hip. And then we are going to release the contraction. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Remember, nothing is going to happen with your chest. Your chest is in the same position, like a really beautiful lifted chest position. Let's connect all the points and put them together, and we'll create a circle. Also, again, avoid pulling your lower back really apart from your body, like really far from your body. Just stay here. It is a movement that we're going to do with, like, in a central plane in our body. We're not going to pull our hips or our glutes to another side. Just stay here. Awesome. So you can do this to one side or to the other side. You can start going front, or you can start going back, whatever you want. In this choreo, we're going to do always right side to the front, like in a inverted clock direction. Okay. Another movement we're going to use is circles with the chest. The same movement of ATS. We're going to place our hands here or whatever you want right now. I'm going to put my hands on my hips, and we're going to move our chest to the right, then lift our chest. You can also use the breathing. Then with our chest lifted, we are going to move our chest to the left, and then we are going to do release and back to center. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. There's a lot of way to move this chest. We are going to use here our back muscles, so the chest circle is going to look really big. Okay, you can also, if you feel that is not comfortable for you, you can avoid using the back shoulders. Sorry, the back muscles or the shoulder blades. But I want you to try to do this as big as possible. We're going to do this again in the inverted clock way. Right to left. We're also going to use shoulder circles with one arm and the other one. And we are going to use also an isolation pattern that I'm going to explain later. So let's do all these movements in a drill and a small drill together. Let's place our hands in second position, natural second position. And put our posture. Remember, chest lifted, shoulders down. Your back is going to pull down here too, or it is going to be released. And bend your knees a little bit. And we're going to start with the body weight. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And faster. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. and release everything. We're going now to do the reverse body weight, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to lift your chest at the ending of the movement. A little faster. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Now we are going to do the mallas, and let's start with the right hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. We're going to step to one side with the malla, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and left. Step, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Now we are going to step with the malla, but doing only one side. And 1, 2, step, step, and 1, 2, step, step, and 1, 2, step, step, and 1, 2, step. Okay, now we're going to do check seams. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 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 and 1, 2, a little faster, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we are going to do a little faster. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Imagine that you have, remember the words. And release. We're not going to move with this movement, not this time, maybe later. Now we're going to do the hip circle. Let's create a hip circle first. Let's go right, front, left, back, and right, front, left, back, and right, contract, left, lift, right, contract, left, release. Let's point and pass over all those points and put them together and create a circle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and faster. 1 and 1, 1. Now we are going to do the horizontal figure 8. And change your weight, going to the front. Change your weight, going to the front. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. What I want you to do here is when you are putting one of your hips to the back, remember to lift your chest and contract a little bit your belly so you can create this shape and up here. This is important. Also, your shoulders are almost facing the front, but not just something like this. They are in the same level, almost, maybe facing a little bit of the diagonal, but not here. Okay, and let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Just look at your whole body, feel the stretch on your obliques. Imagine that you are on the stage with a beautiful costume and you're just doing this movement, and the audience is like, whoa, she's so beautiful, or he is so beautiful. Good. Release. Chest circle. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Let's put the points. And right, up, left, release. Right, up, left, center. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And connect the points. Join the points. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 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 Faster. 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2. And release. Awesome. Good job, guys. Remember to practice these steps to move into lesson 2, as we are going to incorporate them into the choreography.